This is a very busy earnings season. We are going to have over 700 companies reporting just this week, and it's a little bit over 25% of the S&P 500. So we already know that most of the FANG plus Microsoft is reporting, but who else? There's dozens of names. I can't really cover them all. So I picked out 5 of the most important ones that I thought you should pay attention to. These are, for the most part, also big names that everybody's going to be watching, but some of them have great charts. So you're going to want to tune into these particular ones in addition to the dozens of others that I know many of you are going to be watching. But what are they? Let's dive right in and take a look. So we're going to start off with MasterCard. As you can see, it now has a perfect 5-year record. It didn't as of last quarter because their last miss was in the very late of 2015 there. So that's finally off the screen. We got 5 years of meets or beats. It's a great track record. It's one of the great charts of the week. You can see that it's really pulled back here. A lot of people are wondering, is this a buying opportunity here? But MasterCard has already warned on the first quarter, and that was a couple weeks ago. So it's unclear what's happening now going into this second quarter and what they're seeing with the volumes. So that's why the shares, while they're off the lows, haven't rebounded as much as some of the other big growth names. So this is definitely going to be one of the more interesting ones to watch. Then we're going to switch it over to Tesla here. Now, normally I don't really cover Tesla on the Earnings All-Stars charts. I stopped a couple quarters ago because look at that chart. They really weren't going anywhere. They don't have a good earnings beat record. They've only put together those 2 big beats the last 2 quarters. But now shares have taken off, as we all know, here in 2020, one of the hottest stocks of the year. They did fall back in the sell-off and now have rebounded. But what's the coronavirus doing to auto sales for Tesla here? And what's the outlook for the rest of the year going to be? We don't know. We just know that, the virus is having a lot of impacts all around the globe. But this is definitely one of the hotter names everybody's going to be watching. Then we're going to switch over to one I don't think I've really covered here on Earnings All-Stars, and that's the TDOC Health. But as you can see, it's one of the hottest stocks of 2020. Yes, even hotter than Tesla. And shares are soaring because we're all using TDOC, right, during the shutdown. So can they maintain this momentum? Are the shares just too hot to handle here? They have a pretty good track record of meeting or beating here, but, there's a lot priced in here. Everybody's diving in. This is going to be one that everybody's going to be watching. Then we're going to switch over to the other credit card company, Visa. I've called this one the beast many times here on Earnings All-Stars, and there's a reason, because it is an all-star. It actually has not missed since its IPO, knock on wood, in 2008. So 12 years now of meets or beats. And now here we are in the coronavirus crisis. Will this matter? It too has warned, just like MasterCard. So those warnings are already in. But can the analysts get it right? Will the first quarter be the first miss for Visa? We don't know. But really, the outlook is what everybody's concerned about here. And valuations on the stock, this one and MasterCard, neither one is trading for cheap valuations whatsoever. So is it worth the premium is going to be the question with these credit card companies. And then switch over, I've brought back an energy play, even though they're not so much all-stars, but Chevron is one of the better consistent beaters. So that's why I brought this one. Chevron and Exxon both reporting this week, along with a few E&Ps that you're going to want to pay attention to, including ConocoPhillips, which is ticker COP. But Chevron, so they put together 6 beats in a row. That's great. Shares have plunged down, obviously, as crude is at multi-decade lows here. Don't forget, Chevron, as big oil, is a driller and producer, but also has refining and service stations and all this other stuff that the E&Ps do not have. So they have some other businesses that give them a little bit more diversity here, but the facts remain with crude at these levels and drilling being cut. Obviously, earnings are going to be demolished here with all of these oil companies, but it's worth checking out the chart. People are going to be tuning in to both Chevron and Exxon. They both report on Friday before the bell. So you're going to want to be tuning in to both of them just to see what is happening with energy and big oil here at the beginning of the crisis and where they may go from here. So be sure to tune in there. As you can see, there is a lot going on, and I can't cover everything, but I'm trying to give you some ideas of what's happening in the various sectors. Some of the charts still look good, but it's really about that forward guidance that we're going to be watching all throughout this earnings season. And basically, nobody's giving any guidance. I heard a number that 90% of the companies that are reported so far have pulled any kind of guidance, and they're not offering anything even a week out because nobody knows what will develop over the next coming weeks. But as always, throughout earnings season, I'm going to be bringing you all the charts so we can discuss it and see what's going on with this key critical earnings season. So you don't want to miss a single one. We're bringing them to you from home the best we can. So be sure to tune in, subscribe to get all of our videos at zacks.com/YouTube. We're back on YouTube. And also you can follow us on Twitter. I'll be tweeting out a lot of the key big name charts throughout the next coming weeks, the ones I can't cover on the video. So be sure to follow me on Twitter, just my name, @TracyRynick. You can also follow Zacks.com. They'll be covering a lot of earnings season analysis as well. So be sure to get us somewhere, and I'll see you again next week with some more earnings charts.